Even if it wasn't a violation of labor laws, it is still immoral to treat employees this way and fire them. Now, there's a lot of things we can talk about when it comes to Elon Musk in the recent news. We can talk about the fact that Elon Musk has made the decision to unban Donald Trump, which that was going to be a topic of today's discussion, but then we had this Michael Tracy interview just kind of fall out of the sky. We could talk about how Elon Musk has made tremendous staffing cuts to Twitter.com, cutting staff, and how people are scared that the website could crash and not be able to be brought back up because they don't have enough staff. There's a lot of memes going around on Twitter right now about like, oh, Twitter's ending. I don't really believe that. I don't think Twitter's ending. I think Twitter has the ability to at least keep the site running. At least I hope so. I'd like to keep my followers. But I don't want to talk about any of that because I feel like most channels have kind of beat that to death, you know, about all the people impersonating other accounts and all the investors pulling out of Twitter, all of the chaos and all of the layoffs. I want to talk about layoffs, but I want to talk about one particular set of layoffs. See, Elon Musk is giving people at Twitter an option. You can quit right now or be laid off, and you get like 3 months of severance pay, you know, a good recommendation. You get what you would expect to get once you lose a job of this importance in your life, and you're losing it practically out of nowhere. You didn't really expect to lose it right now. And the option that he seemed to give them is you take this 3 months of severance, right, and move on with your life, or you stay and you work hardcore style. I don't know what that means. Work hardcore style. I've been trying to figure out exactly what that means. I think he just means we're going to be working really hard moving forward. So we only want the most dedicated Elon Musk Taliban fighters to assist us in the struggle against the censorships or whatever it is. But work hardcore style. But he didn't make that offer to all of the employees they were firing, because the employees that they fired in Africa, specifically Gambia, didn't get the offer of severance, didn't get the offer of the same benefits. They actually were just completely shafted. They were basically laid off, completely cleared out, not given a choice, and then being laid off, and then given basically no benefits, no severance pay, nothing. They lost their job that they thought was going to be with them for the rest of their lives, possibly. Their 1 in a million opportunity to work for Twitter in Gambia. And then they lose it out of nowhere with no benefits, no severance pay, and you're just kind of kicked on the curbside, on the side of the road. Now, Elon Musk is now, in his company, is trying to fix the situation and trying to see, well, maybe we can give them severance pay, but that was only after CNN did a report on it. It was only after all these news companies started to talk about it and put a spotlight on it. And, you know, when these news companies did their job and try to advocate for workers internationally, which I'm surprised that, you know, this caught enough attention that these people ended up actually getting some of the severance benefits. Anyway, let's watch this story quick and let's talk about it afterwards. Let's talk about how this frames Elon Musk's view of the world.
I mean, what do these employees want to see from Twitter here?
Is that they're asking to be treated exactly the same way Twitter treated employees who were departing in the US and Europe. They want 3 months severance pay like Elon Musk promised.
I think I said Gambia. I think I meant Ghana. I said Gambia. I think it was Ghana, actually. Sorry. Both started with G's.
And other relevant benefits, stock vesting, continued healthcare, and that sort of thing. But they feel that that's not happened. They have not been treated the same way like everyone at Twitter. So let me start you from the beginning here, Isa. They claim they only were offered severance pay after CNN reported on their plight. And after that, they got an email in their personal emails claiming to give them what is called Ghana Mutual Separation Agreement, and it offered a certain figure. They say this email claims to have been arrived at after a negotiation with the staff, but they say they've never actually negotiated with everyone at Twitter. In fact, they don't even have a way to contact anyone at Twitter because their emails keep bouncing back. So they've rejected that severance pay offer. They have hired a lawyer and have written a demand note to Twitter asking Twitter to comply with Ghanaian employment laws. They're based in Accra in Ghana. They have also petitioned the chief labor officer in the Ghana government to compel Twitter to do the right thing. Here's a portion of that notice to that official in Ghana. It is clear that Twitter under Elon Musk is either deliberately or recklessly flouting the laws of Ghana, is operating in bad faith and in a manner that seeks to silence and intimidate former employees into accepting any terms unilaterally thrown at them. Without pressure from high authorities, they are clearly not willing to provide a fair, just package in order to minimize hardship of this takeover and resulting loss of jobs on their workforce in Africa. Some of these employees, Issa, were actually hired from Nigeria and other countries. They want to be paid to move back to their countries.
It sounds pretty reasonable. I think that's fair. But what is Twitter saying? They're not getting in much of an answer. The emails bouncing back. Well, what are they saying to CNN about this?
CNN has contacted Twitter repeatedly. We have not heard back. There's been reports that Twitter does not appear to have much of a press team since these global layoffs that affected the company. We keep trying to contact them and hear what the official response to this is. So far, Elon Musk, who also tweets quite a bit, has not responded to these employees. And it's not lost.
Dude, you know how crazy that is? They're like, well, they seem to have lost their press team because of the massive layoffs. The same layoffs that got them in this problem in the first place. So we're just kind of waiting for Elon Musk to tweet about it, to get a response, to get a response of if they violated Ghana's labor laws. And that's the thing. And I want to talk about this for a bit, because the dialogue around all these Twitter layoffs are pretty frustrating to me. Because I'm seeing so many people who are supposedly like, I advocate for the working class. I'm connected with real working people. I care about the economy. I care about people's jobs. I care about the food people put on their table. I care about the tabletop, kitchen top issues. And I'm seeing these same people who portray themselves in this way. We want to keep the government out of your life so you can work on finding your own success. These are the same people that I see just so giddy, so excited at all these layoffs. But the thing is, Elon Musk, I got the two mixed up in my head for a second. Elon Musk has been playing very fast and loose with Twitter. And, you could say at the end of the day, when we're talking about like Twitter policies, when it comes to trying this new Twitter verification that has led to a lot of companies like Nintendo and other companies like Lilith and whatever the company was that sold the insulin, all these companies having fake accounts made of them with verification badges that then imitate them and say racial slurs or say offensive statements or post cuss words or horrific and gruesome images or pornography. And all these companies have worked very hard to create a brand image, are very upset about that verification. A lot of investors have pulled out because of the rollout of that verification and how it's kind of flip-flopped back and forth. We're making Twitter Blue available, then taking away the that availability. They add this new official badge on top of the verification badge, and they take it away, then they bring it back, and they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, with all these policies kind of flip-flopping. And they're doing it with not a lot of explanation to the public, not a lot of press releases explaining why they're making these changes. And that's also while we're just seeing like people get unbanned left and right, but it seems to not really be like a consistent pattern of we're going to unban everybody banned for this offense. It's just like one person gets unbanned and another person gets unbanned, like we saw with Project Veritas and we saw now with Donald Trump. And that was done after a Twitter poll. So some investors are thinking, okay, are you making decisions based upon Twitter poll? Is this now how we're running the company? It was like 52 to 48%. That's what decided Donald Trump was going to come back. And so there's a lot of chaos. And generally, I'm like, okay, I might not think this chaos is good for the platform, or I might think that this chaos is probably not good for investors or the future of Twitter health. But ultimately, nobody is getting hurt. That's until we talk about the employees. And of course we can talk about like, the spreading of misinformation on Twitter, but nobody's getting directly hurt from this until you get to the employees. Now, Elon Musk has already been accused of violating American labor laws when it comes to a lack of notice to employees before they're just getting laid off without due reason. And so there's a lot of Twitter employees who are actually lawyering up to sue Twitter. To be like, hey, you didn't do what you were supposed to do when it comes to labor regulations. And so Elon Musk playing fast and loose with these Twitter policies is not only scaring off investors and possibly, scaring off advertisers. And now we see Elon Musk using SpaceX to purchase up ad space on Twitter. But now we're seeing more and more of employees reacting negatively to this. and them actually, suing Twitter for a violation of labor laws. But it's not only happening in the United States, as we see for this, it's also happening in Ghana. And they're violating a totally separate set of labor laws in Ghana. Did Elon Musk consider about due notice when it came to these employees in Ghana, or communication with them, or negotiations, or any of these things? Or was the decision just made, oh, we're trying to scrape as many employees as possible. I see we have some employees in Ghana, just get rid of them. Was there a discussion about the future of these people, where they were going to go after this, and what they're going to do with their lives, and Ghana's labor laws, and what you're supposed to do to not only just follow the law, but to just give respect to your employees? Let's say that this wasn't illegal, what Elon Musk has done to his employees, either in Ghana or the United States. Let's say it wasn't a violation of labor laws. Even if it wasn't a violation of labor laws, it is still immoral to treat employees this way and fire them with really no resources to, hold them over until they can gain other employment that'll keep them housed and fed and their families safe and warm in a heated home. And so this is really, I'm going to be honest, this is probably the worst behavior we've seen from Elon Musk during his takeover of Twitter. I know the vast majority of people are talking about the Donald Trump layoff, Donald Trump coming back to Twitter and all of that. But this is the most clear we have seen Elon Musk just disregarding the future of the people who built the company he has just acquired. Because it was the labor of these employees in Ghana and the labor of these employees in the United States that created the modern Twitter that we have today, that, built it up from the ground. And now they're being treated as if they didn't make that contribution. They don't deserve respect for the company they built. Because it's not Elon Musk, sitting down like, oh, I'm going to do this line of code here. I'm going to fix this and I'm going to fix that. It wasn't the managers at Twitter even before him that were doing that. It was the stand in line, going to work 9 to 5 employee that ended up building Twitter. And he's not giving these employees the respect they deserve. And so when people talk about like, oh, Elon Musk's fighting against the establishment and he's fighting for what is right, and he's a businessman with principles. I mean, one of those principles do not seem to be a respect for your employees and the belief in, treating them as if, they're not disposable. And so I do also need to make the comment, and I really feel like I have to. If there's any employees he should not screw over, it's the employees in Ghana. And it's just because of the reputation he has due to his heritage. I'm not saying this is fair. He was born into it. But when you're a South African businessman who inherited his wealth from his parents' emerald farms in Africa, and then you go to America, and then even when you're not in Africa anymore, you're still finding a way to screw over Africans. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about white South Africans. I've met white South Africans. Many of them are very lovely people. But if there's anything that white South Africans should have accustomed themselves to not doing, it's screwing over African people, right? It's like, there's a stereotype there, based, a lot of it based in history, about how white South Africans treat Africans and how white South Africans view Africans. And Elon Musk is not working very hard to remove that image of himself or other South Africans when he's going to America, and one of the first things he does after taking over a company is to basically purge the Africans from it. Get rid of the Ghana office. Bye-bye. It just, out of all the things he specifically should have done, this should have been the most obvious of what you shouldn't do. Like, if he lays them off, he lays them off. But at least give them a fair shake as they're heading out the door. These are people with families. Look, I know a lot of people want to believe in, like, the outgoing, altruistic, amazing businessman who's coming to save the world. I understand that. I understand that inclination. It's really nice to feel like somebody's got your back and somebody's coming to save you. The world's in a very, difficult place. With the Russian invasion of Ukraine and gas prices and inflation and the fallout of COVID and all these issues, the war in Yemen, and oh my God, poverty, income disparities. I mean, it is, there's a lot of problems in the world, and it feels really good to think that a businessman, a smart businessman, a hero is gonna come out of the ruins of that society and come to you and save you. But to be quite frank, That isn't
Burns is
happening.
immoral, morally corrupt,
bankrupt boy.
man.
Stubble boy, thanks for the tier 1. Thanks for the 6 months. I'm bringing sexy back. Thank you so much, Stubble boy. You sure are. He's not coming to save you. I mean, a great example of this was his Ukraine commentary. His commentary on Ukraine was so hollow. It was not productive. And he just repeated Russian misinformation or disinformation to try to make the point as to why maybe Eastern Ukraine doesn't belong to Ukraine. And I don't even think that was from like a position of malice. I mean, maybe if you believe the reports that he did have that private meeting with Putin and discuss these things, then maybe you can make that argument. And it's suspicious considering that he was literally repeating Russian talking points. When I say Russian talking points, he was citing like 2012 election data of Viktor Yanukovych to prove that Eastern Ukraine wants to be part of Russia. This is a Russian talking point that doesn't prove that Eastern Ukrainians want to be part of Russia. Just because you voted for Viktor Yanukovych does not mean you want to be part of the Russian Federation. But those are talking points you only hear on like Russian state media. So it's like, why did he get these talking points? And I think ultimately, Elon Musk can't just solve all the world's issues. In fact, he can't even solve most of them. And like, he can do his best to help, but he's not going to save Ukraine. He's not going to save free speech. And he apparently is not going to save the future of these Twitter.com employees. We need to stop just hoping and relying on the idea of billionaires coming out and saving us all. And we need to do it ourselves. We need to do it through, regulations and legislation as the American people, as people in any country, and stop hoping that a Superman will come and save us from climate change or save us from all of the world's problems. They're not coming, and this is the best you're going to get. You think this is the type of behavior of somebody who's going to save the world? I don't think so.